So if your goals are for involve promoting trees strictly for wildlife value, the process is much the same, but the types of stems you'd be targeting might differ. When we're looking to promote trees that also promote wildlife, we're less concerned about form. We don't really have to worry about necessarily harvesting this tree. Therefore, we don't really have to worry about it having a nice straight butt log. The first 16 feet could be sinuous, could be crooked, doesn't necessarily matter. But what we want to have is a tree that provides potentially good forage, potentially good nesting or denning sites, maybe has a larger crown than other stems that are adjacent to it. And basically we can promote this tree and kind of effectively encourage its longevity by removing competitors. So it may not necessarily become a valuable timber tree, but performing a crop tree release around a tree that's of high value, in this case we're standing next to a white oak, which does produce hard mast that is sought after by a number of wildlife species, perhaps most attractively to a lot of game species. Our bears, our turkeys, and our deer all enjoy white oak acorns, disproportionately among all other acorns. This tree also is sort of already a host to a nest further up in its crown. And basically by retaining this tree, which is forked and less likely to become a valuable timber tree, if we were to remove its competitors, we'd be allocating resources back to this stem, improving its longevity, allowing that crown to expand. As we expand that crown, we have essentially more real estate to grow more acorns, which will again produce more fodder. We'll allow that nesting site to remain. What we want to be careful of, though, particularly when longevity is one of the goals, is we don't want to overexpose this tree. You overexpose this tree and it now becomes more susceptible to wind damage, to ice damage, to lightning strikes, and therefore its longevity is compromised, obviously. So when performing a crop tree release, it's important to address the competitors, but you don't want to overdo it. You don't really have to go much beyond just removing the competitors that are essentially immediately adjacent to your crop tree's crown.